Hey there everybody. Today in this video I wanted to talk about therapy and how I feel about therapy. I think for my recovery and everything that therapy is good to help me work through my issues, whether it's bipolar related or just life related or school related, whatever is going on, I think it's good for me to have a third party who is objective in my life to help me, to help guide me through. Now, I think for me, this is not about anyone else, I think for me, therapy is going to be a lifelong endeavor, along with coping skills, medication, and all the other tools that will be needed, exercise, that will be needed for me to be the healthiest that I can be and stable. Now, I haven't always felt this way about therapy. When I was younger and things happened, my mother wanted me to go into therapy. And I went in, but I was not willing. I was not a willing participant. So I didn't go to therapy for a very long time. I was too scared to talk about what was bothering me and how I felt because I was afraid to feel those feelings. I was one of those people who pushed things down and just wanted to forget about it. But that wasn't the best thing for me because it ended up coming back to haunt me. So as I got older and I had my child, I decided that maybe therapy might be helpful, and I went, and the person I had, I went for a year and a half, and that person ended up being transferred to like outpatient. So I lost my therapist, and I had built up a trust with this person, and then suddenly she wasn't my therapist anymore, and I had to start with somebody new. So I just decided to, say, forget it, I'm not going, which probably wasn't the best idea, but that was what I did at the time. Can you go over there, please? And so it was a few years, because I just started going to therapy now. So when I went to therapy then, that was in 2006. And I just started going to therapy now, so it's been 5 years. And now I'm at a point where I think that I can handle therapy. And for me, I think this is a very huge step. And I've only been going since July. And my therapist, I really like her. She's very personable. She's very nice. She doesn't judge. She listens to what I have to say. And when she asks questions, it's never anything that's offensive or anything like that. Basically, it's the way she asks the questions. It's basically she's asking me to kind of problem solve for myself, which I think is very helpful because it gives me even more tools to use in my life. And I think that it's good, for my recovery. I think I already said this, but it's good for my recovery to see a therapist. And I also see a psychiatrist, which I've only seen once, but that was because I had to go into a partial hospital program. So you had to see the doctors there, so I had to cancel my appointment. So I have to reschedule. And I see my therapist on Monday, and I'm actually going to ask her if I can see her twice a week, because I think for me personally, I need that intenseness right now, to kind of get my life kind of stable and everything like that. And then I'll probably go back to once a week, but I'm going to ask her about it and see what she thinks first. So anyway, that's my thoughts on therapy in a nutshell. If you guys have any comments or anything, just leave me a message, a video response, or anything like that, your thoughts on therapy. And I hope this was helpful for anyone who is, questioning if they want to go to therapy, if they think therapy is okay. And I just want to say that I lucked out getting the counselor that I have, because the way that it is at the place that I go, they do it by insurance. So I lucked out getting a good therapist. But I would suggest, if you have the resources, if you go to a therapist and you don't click, find another one, because not everybody clicks together, so if you really want to go to therapy, then, kind of shop around, if you will, and find somebody that suits you, who you feel comfortable with, because there's no point in going to a therapist that makes you feel uncomfortable, or who seems to be judging you, or whatever. So, just keep that in mind when you do go to therapy. And also the insurance part, sometimes you get who you get, so you might want to go to a different place if that's the case. So yeah, that's it. And again, just leave me comments or questions or anything you have. Thank you.